came up from poker and is now one of the most richest made self-made millionaires out there. Dan Bilzerian has so much going for him. He has a great look and persona, a great personality, and oh yeah, by the way, not to mention, the dude can literally get any girl he wants. I want to go over with you guys today some crazy facts about his fortune and his personal life as well. These are kind of some lesser known facts. I hope you guys enjoy this. Well, first off, we have heart troubles. Bilzerian struggles with serious heart troubles, and not the fun romantic kind either. While his lifestyle might look like a blast on social media, it takes with a severe toll on his health. He suffered his first heart attack when he was just 25, and 7 years later was on his third. That might not be a worry for most people, but however, he is not worried as well. Bilzerian checked out of the hospital before doctors had cleared him, and then tweeted asking his millions of followers to bet on whether or not he'd die. Wow, what a brave dude. Playing poker isn't the only way Bilzerian has made a living. During his time in college, he was making $90,000 a week just playing poker. But there's a difference between making money and being able to keep it as well. A victim to his arrogance, he quickly became bankrupt and had to sell his gun collection. However, Bilzerian ended up selling his $750 worth collection for over $10,000. It was his money he took to Vegas. Soon he turned the sum into $187,000 and then was back to normal. Did you guys know he's been arrested? Well, obviously with the lifestyle he's chosen, he's been arrested multiple times. In December of 2014, Bilzerian was arrested under the charges of possession of explosives with intent to manufacture a bomb. But you know what they say, when you're rich enough, you can buy anything. With his team of lawyers, Bilzerian cut a deal and got off scot-free. In the end, he only had to pay $20,000 for blowing up his truck on public land. And yes, he wasn't trying to bomb or hurt any people, he was just trying to have a good time with explosives in an open field. He definitely does throw around money, and when you have that much money, you can afford to throw it around and play around with it. And he definitely does. He once spent $2,000 to help fellow poker player Jay Farber enter a poker competition. Bilzerian also holds some interest in charity. He set up and donated $100,000 to the Robin Hood Project to help victims of the Typhoon Haiyan. Now, he's very, very good with the ladies, and he likes to throw around money at these house parties he hosts. From famous YouTubers such as FaZe Banks to the Nelk Boys, he's always inviting these big personalities from rappers as well to famous athletes to his multi-million-dollar mansion out in California. He loves to spend at least $200,000-$300,000 on these parties and is always having them almost every other weekend, which makes you wonder, what is his actual net worth? Which we'll be getting into right now. His net worth is pretty debatable in my opinion. Now, if you ask him, he says his net worth is at around $100 million. But other high-stakes poker players think this might not even be close to the truth, since he has never won more than $3 million at a single game, not to mention this expensive lifestyle and history with bankruptcy and mismanagement of wealth. A lot of people even accuse him of renting his mansion and cars in an attempt to appear richer than he is. Now, you have to put this into perspective. He is a poker player. So, what do poker players like to do? They like to bluff. They like to make things sink like how they're not. So, this could be how he portrays his lifestyle. Obviously, he is far from being poor. He has millions of dollars to his name, but it may not be the $100 million sum worth that he estimates it at. He is actually a criminal father. Now, Paul Bilzerian was a rich private equities trader in the 1980s who owned a robotics company and several businesses, so you can kind of see where he gets this entrepreneurial lifestyle from. He was arrested for stock fraud when Dan was just 10 years old, which leads one to wonder, maybe this is why he ended up kind of going in the path he ended up choosing. Obviously, he didn't want to work for anyone. He's always been his own boss, which I respect him for, and I think that should be everyone's goals. But to be honest with you, this could mainly be a reason why Dan Bilzerian is so successful. He makes sure that he's never going to have to work a day in his life. He works as hard as he can. But there may be some white criminality going underneath behind the scenes on this type of lifestyle. So we have to just wonder, and hopefully he is doing the right thing, paying taxes and not doing anything white collar crime-ish. Now lastly, not many people knew this, but as a child, he was a very troubled child. He got in a lot of trouble. He didn't do well in school. He was also bullied because of his father's imprisonment and corruption. Things got so bad he had to change schools twice. And one of those times was because he got expelled for outrageous behavior in the classroom. When he joined the military, a similar pattern continued, and when he got into confrontational situations with his senior officers, it ended up either yelling in a screaming match or they would end up punishing him, making him have to walk or run the track even. According to him, they were prejudiced against him because of his father's stint in prison, which again, we don't know how accurate this is, so we're just gonna have to take his word for it. So these are just some kind of strange, quirky facts about his lifestyle and how he likes to spend his money. I think personally he does a good job of managing it. Obviously he's flaunting it, needs to maybe, spend a little bit more wisely, but if he's been this rich for this long, he's doing something right. What do you guys think? Let us know down below how you think he's living his lifestyle and if he should save or spend more of his money. Guys, I'm signing off, and as always, see y'all later.